I watched the George Floyd documentary that Candace Owens put up. One of the things that his two roommates said was, they want a tall guy like me. They want a tall guy like me. And the day when he died, he said a prayer for, 8 minutes. Mm-hmm. He said a prayer for 8 minutes. They hit him with the fentanyl. If you look, the guy's knee wasn't even on his neck like that. When he said mama is his girlfriend. They said he screamed for his mama. Mama was his girlfriend. It's in the documentary. But something that hit me, that fucked me up when I was watching the documentary, and it said, they want a tall guy like me. When I looked at that image of him, this tall black dude with the bald head, he reminded me of somebody else. Who you think he reminded me of?
Virgil.
He reminded me of Virgil. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna cry in front of y'all because that's how they get me, right?
Right.
But I know that we lost him. And I know that this white company, Louis Vuitton, is now making statues of him, like as a martyr. And we don't know why exactly. We say it's cancer.
But I want to be careful with this subject because.
Wait a second, but tell me, could you even really run it?
Hold on. Wait a second. We gotta. Wait a second. Hold on. Time out. Let's try to take this step by step. Now, before I say anything, let me just say that I am indeed a big Kanye West fan. As you can see from my profile picture here, I have Dino the Dinosaur, aka Kanye West. Halloween coming back up. Maybe Kanye gonna pull out old Dino. You know what I mean? He's saying all this crazy stuff. He's going buck wild. TMZ wants to talk to him. Everyone wants to talk to him. Pull out the Dino. Say, sorry, I'm Dino for the month of October. Leave me alone. Now, let me just say that in order to understand what you're seeing here and the display you're seeing here, you're going to have to get a little bit of context, right? Because right off the bat, we see Kanye West talk about George Floyd, talk about Candace Owens, who is his new BFF, and he basically, he as an aside, as he's going along with his main story point, as an aside, he says, the cop really didn't put his knee on his neck, just so you know, the fentanyl hit him, just to throw it out there, just to put it, pepper it in. But his main point, the genius of Kanye, is that he downplayed a black guy getting exploited, right? Just to immediately afterwards say that another black guy was getting exploited. Like, to him, Louis Vuitton making merchandise of Virgil's face is more egregious than George Floyd getting killed. That's what it sounds like. He's basically making an analogy of saying, George Floyd is to Virgil as the cop is to Louis Vuitton. Like the type of allegories, the type of literary systems that Kanye is using, next level. Now, Kanye West, in the past, month, 2 weeks, he's been on fire, right? And when I say on fire, I mean this both literally and mentally. On fire in the sense that he's been in the media every day, but at the same time, he definitely skipping his medication, 100%. Again, listen, I love Kanye, bro. He's the best. What I can honestly say, though, is that he is probably one of the most absolutely imbalanced individuals when it comes to speaking on topics in general, and then when he's cracked out the way he's cracked out now, no, it's different. It's very different. Now, Kanye West started off the month pretty early, pretty strong, and he started off with a White Lives Matter t-shirt, right? He just came out there with Candace Owens. I don't know how he linked up with her, but some way, somehow, he's with Candace Owens. Now, this is pretty nasty, mostly because of the fact that I just see this press. Kanye West is like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put on White Lives Matter. We're going to get that. We're going to get the checks. We're going to get the press. And our new Yeezy line is going to be great. Now, if you watch Kanye West close enough, the past month before this, he was basically shitting on every business individual you could think of. Gap, fuck you. I don't want to be in business with you anymore. He actually dropped an iconic line saying that if you have less money than him, he don't want to argue with you about money.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to argue with people that are broker than me about money.
Understood.
Which you gotta agree with Kanye. I'm actually happy that Kanye shit on a CNBC fake analyst for once. He then went on to shit on Adidas, and Adidas is now reviewing his business review. So he started off that month just shitting on the economic world. I mean, if you look at the S&P 500, it went down a lot, and it's probably because Kanye shit on the economic powers that be. Now, following that, he's doing this White Lives Matter, little bit of a rollout for his items for maybe his album coming up, which, is a little bit nasty, but let's be honest, this isn't the first time a rapper did some nasty rollout shit. I still think Nas is number one with that. I mean, Kanye's getting close, but I don't see him walking around with white women with the N-word on their shirt. You got to get to that level. He walking around with a black woman with White Lives Matter shirt. Get to Nas level before you talk about Kanye. So Kanye gets a White Lives Matter shirt. Black Twitter explodes like he wanted to. Obviously, they're doing exactly what he wants. He then goes on Tucker Carlson to talk to him and basically be like, so this is a W for Tucker Carlson. This is a W for Kanye. Kanye's like, I'm getting press. Now I'm getting more people to hear me. And Tucker Carlson, obviously Tucker Carlson, anytime anyone says anything like slightly conservative, and if they're popular, he's like, all right, we got to sit down for an interview. We got to get more information. So Kanye here, he's getting a little bit exploited for the views from Tucker's side, but Kanye liked it too. He's like, all right, we getting views. We're great. Now, shortly after this, Kanye just started going fucking crazy. Like, he started dropping the DEFCON 3 on Jews lines. Like, he started going crazy. Now, if we go ahead and take a look at this very impartial, great journalist website called The Times of Israel, you can see his tweet where he says, I'm a bit sleepy tonight. I love how he says this right before bed, like he's about to knock out. He's like, I'm a little bit sleepy. I think I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to take a couple Z's, but when I wake up, I'm going to go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. And I was like, when I saw this, I said, oh shit. Kanye is opening up the nuclear silos and he's about to launch the fucking missiles, right? And he just went fucking insane. Now, ironically enough, is that after Kanye started shitting on Jewish people, he got banned from Twitter, as you'd imagine. And then for some reason, JP Morgan Chase dropped him. I don't know why, though. Jewish people, banks, what's the connection there? Who knows? Who knows? So Kanye is literally blowing up in the sense of media as well as his own mental state. Like, his mind is... By the way, this is a nasty picture. This guy looks fucking cracked down, this picture. So Kanye has just been going crazy. Like, he's been going fucking nuts. And a lot of people have chose not to talk to him either because they don't want to instigate it further or they don't want to broadcast these anti-Semitic remarks because obviously they care about Jewish people's feelings. It's not about the money. It's about the feelings. The most recent example would be the show with LeBron James. They actually were going to have... an episode with Kanye West there, but they actually pulled it because Kanye West was just going crazy. This motherfucker was in there talking about Jews, Hitler, like he was probably dropping base pills so fucking big, LeBron had to leave a room. He was like, holy shit, you're red pilling me so hard right now. I don't know what's going on. I'm about to vote Republican, Kanye. Stop. So a lot of people have been distancing themselves from Kanye for the reason that, one, they don't want to, add gasoline to the fire, or two, they're just like, I'm not about to fuck up my sponsorship deals. Everyone I know in business is Jewish. Just a coincidence. And then we come to this individual, Nori. Now, Drink Champs is a podcast that has had Kanye West on before. And Nori... Now, listen, man, you got to be honest, right? You got to be honest. When you see a snake in the grass, you got to call it for what it is. It's like what Pusha T said. When you see a snake, you cut the head off. Look at this fucking snake clown motherfucking Nori, bro. This guy saw Kanye West was having a mental fucking breakdown. This guy saw Kanye West was just going on any media platform and giving it up, saying the most anti-Semitic shit. Fuck the Holocaust. Holocaust don't mean shit. Black people, they have a choice to not be slaves. Fuck this, fuck that. Nori saw that and he said, this is my opportunity. I'm going to use Kanye 100%. Exploit this motherfucker. Get him on your show, which, by the way, I tried watching Drink Champs before. If it wasn't for the guests, it's so ass. All it is Nori screaming, saying, yeah, hell yeah. He hits some fucking air horn buttons and then pops some fucking bubbly. That's the show, right? That's the show. And Kanye goes on this show, proceeds to double, triple, quadruple down on the... This motherfucker came out and said George Floyd wasn't really even getting attacked. Like, he just saying shit that Like, he's saying shit that really you don't need to say because it's not in the conversation anymore. It's not like this happened last week. Like, shout out to Candace Owens. Candace Owens, day of, like, the week of George Floyd dying, she just came out and shit on him. Like, that's nasty. That's nasty. But at least she was original with it. Kanye comes out a million years later. He starts parroting points from Candace Owens. Like, I watched this documentary. It was pretty good. They had this point and that point. His girlfriend's name was Mama. These are all great sources, by the way. I saw in a documentary. It's a great source. But the point is that Nori knew that Kanye would do this. He knew he would come on his show and basically spaz out. He knew he would get views for it, and he knew that it would hurt his reputation. And Nori, like Vlad and Adam 22 are bowing down to Nori today. Nori gets the fucking nasty award for exploitation, because not only did he have Kanye come on his show, spaz out, go fucking crazy, Nori did nothing to even like conversate or give an alternate point. All he said when Kanye just sat there and said, you know George Floyd hit the fentanyl, right? Like, he just died, right? All he said, this is a dangerous topic. That's all he said. He said nothing else. All he said was, Virgil, and it's a dangerous topic. He didn't oppose the view. He didn't try to guide Kanye away from it. He was like, yes, Kanye, this is good. Blow the fuck up. Kill yourself so I can get those views, so I can get the clout, so I can be the topic of Twitter this weekend. So that's nasty, right? So you have it in this equation. Kanye West going buck wild. Nori, who loves the exploitation and loves the clout. And in general, a lot of ignorance. A lot of ignorance. This is very disgusting on a lot of different levels. But I think the nastiest thing is that some way somehow, Kanye West is now going to become a new emblem of like alt-right media, where they're like, yo, Kanye had the MAGA hat on before. He's kind of halfway with us. He was kind of halfway with us because he was wearing the MAGA hat. And then he was saying that the police don't help him. But now he's just straight up. He's like, listen, George Floyd, he low-key was just, he overdosed. That's it. We going all the way to 2024 with Donald Trump. Kanye West is the new poster boy for alt-right media. And really, it really is an exploitation, because if Kanye West is not acting, like if he's really having like a spaz moment where he's literally just having a mental imbalance, then that's exploitation. But if Kanye is just literally like drinking the Kool-Aid and he's a part of it, then that's his opinion. I don't agree with it. I think he's wrong for it. I think he's like, going all over the fucking place. I mean, this motherfucker said George Bush don't like black people. 12 years later, this motherfucker saying that the cops did nothing to George Floyd. Like, that's nasty behavior. But let's continue on. Now that you have that context, let's continue on a little bit.
Who do you think he reminded me of?
Virgil.
He reminded me of Virgil. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna cry in front of y'all because that's how they get me, right?
Right.
But I know that we lost him. And I know that this white company, Louis Vuitton, is now making statues of him, like as a martyr. And we don't know why exactly. We say it's cancer.
But I mean, all right. I want to be careful with this subject because.
Wait a second, but tell me, could you even really run this interview? Because Mav didn't run my interview.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They blocked me out. The Jew.
By the way, I love how Nori just tried to say there's a dangerous situation, really add nothing else, and then Kanye says, can you really run this interview? Can you really run this interview? Basically tell Nori, shut the fuck up. Let me explode. And Nori just sits there and goes, all right, this is good for the clout. Continue.
Jewish media blocked me out. This shit lit, right? I'm lit, right? I'm lit.
I'm sorry, man. At some point, as an adult, you need to fucking, like, upgrade your vocabulary. I don't want to hear an individual sit there, like, fucking Paul Wall level vocabulary and just be like, I'm lit, I'm lit, I'm lit. It's like, bro, like, how are you trying to make these gigantic political points and then make the simplest statement of I'm lit? The Jewish media want to shut me down because I'm lit. Bro, you are not fucking lit. You are lit the fuck up mentally, bro. You're in a different fucking universe right now. Like, whatever medications you were taking when you were semi-normal, you need to double down on that shit, because this is nuts. So
lit. You know what I'm saying? JP Morgan, I put $140 million into JP Morgan, and they treated me like shit. So if
that's hilarious, by the way. That's crazy. By the way, 140 million to JP Morgan is like a fucking drop of water in the ocean of money, bro. Like, that's nasty. Like, the fact that he thinks 140 million is going to make a difference. Now, you start talking shit about Jewish people, they respect Jewish people. It's not that the bankers are Jewish, it's just, they respect that. They're going to get salty, and they're going to kick you the fuck out. This guy got to now bank at Bank of America. You know how shit Bank of America is? It's ass, bro. Like, that's nasty. If I was Kanye, he should go to Greenwood. Shout out if you know what Greenwood is.
JP Morgan Chase is treating me like that, how they treating the rest of y'all?
That's outrageous, yeah.
And this murderers with Chase accounts.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I am outraged. By the time people they want to calm it down.
Because no matter what, you didn't break no law.
I didn't break a law.
No
I
matter
didn't
what,
break a
The
law.
bank shouldn't be a judge or jury on anything that's
But
going
this
on.
is it's like a social contract. Candace Owens has a word for it, I'm forgetting. But it's basically like they told Candace Owens she couldn't hang out with me. You know, I'm here.
That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty corny that banks all of a sudden are making decisions. Like, they hear what you say. Like, what if you said something about the fucking bank manager, and the manager's like, you know what, I'm cutting your account, fuck off. Like, who the fuck at JP Morgan heard Kanye talking shit and said, you know what, get this motherfucker's account out of here, get lost. Which, that's insane. But at the same time, Kanye going fucking buck wild, he going insane. And the thing is, he didn't really even structure his point great. He basically said, like, they treat me like shit with $140 million. Imagine what they doing to you. All right, first of all, Kanye, they fucking us every day, all right? The overdraft fees are piling up. It's nasty, okay? It's nasty. But you saying what you're saying in the way that you're saying it is basically building yourself up to be a larger villain. Because right now, you started off the conversation by saying George Floyd is on some irrelevant shit. Then you said that Louis, and this is the thing, this is what shows that Kanye really is a narcissist, because he's more involved and more worried about Virgil's image and Louis Vuitton, because like these white people at Louis Vuitton are using his image and doing this, and that's another injustice. No, Kanye, no one gives a fuck about Virgil. He's dead. Rest in peace. I don't care that they're using his image as part of marketing. Not when you fucking add that at the tail end of who gives a fuck about George Floyd. Let's look at Virgil. I don't start off by saying, you know, Nelson Mandela, he was an important person. But let's look at Kanye. Kanye doesn't have his masters for his album, right? Now, Mandela, irrelevant. Kanye, great. Like, you're taking two different points and trying to place them on top of each other. Like, really, take that George Floyd piece out of the story, and it was not necessary because it literally had no point other than to fuck up his own reputation. Like, this is the headline: George Floyd passed away because of fentanyl. Like, why would you say that other than to either A, get more eyes on you, or B, to just blow the fuck up? At the end of the day, Kanye might be a genius because I'm talking about it. You know, all of my viewers, I mean, I have a big viewer base, are now seeing this. And Kanye is basically going to either go straight to the fucking moon after, like, dodging all these canceled. Like, he definitely getting canceled. His bank account getting canceled. His show's getting canceled. A lot of shits are going to get canceled. If he can dodge this and somehow get on the alt-right side where he's chilling, he the Black Rush Limbaugh. He is going to be living large. Fuck, motherfuck Herman Cain. Kanye West is the new black alt-right guy. So, at the end of the day, this is nasty. From this perspective of what I just seen, the person I blame is Nori, because he chose to have Kanye West on his show. He chose to have him speak. He chose to have him basically go, you know, wild. And Nori knew exactly what he was going to get, and he was happy for it. The fact that Kanye West said that, I'm telling you, Nori had to hide that boner. He had to take his dick and tuck it in, because he said, oh, Lord, I'm about to come after seeing this. Because he knew exactly what he was going to do, and he was so happy. He was seeing Kanye sit, roll over, play dead. He was doing all the tricks, and he's like, good job, you dumb dog. Good job. I'm happy you're killing yourself for my own viewership. So, at the end of the day, Nori is now the god of exploitation. Vlad and Adam are going to have to take notes. Kanye West is either a genius marketer who is doing next level tactics, or this is just a mentally ill man being exploited by the media. And I'm gonna tell you right now, yo, Kanye better be careful, because I'm telling you, man, if he really keeps talking the way he's talking, he's gonna end up losing a lot of his money. And he's not gonna lose a lot of his money, but he made the genius mistake of marrying a Kardashian and having kids with him. You can't tell me Kim Kardashian ain't thinking right now, plotting of a way to make this motherfucker get a restraining order not to see his own kids. Like, he doesn't realize how much he's hurting himself. And at the end of the day, all I can say, Kanye better drop Donda 3, right? Not on the stem player, right? Don't put on the stem player. And it better be fucking flames. Otherwise, it's all over for Mr. Ye.
At the end of every single video, make sure you ask people to rate and subscribe to your content. It makes them feel like they're involved even though they're really not. And most importantly, make sure they comment on every single video. If you have to, disguise it. You know, call it something like the question of the day. And really make them think you're gonna really read it when you really don't have to. Ha ha ha!